It's time for a little change. Hey, it's Becca. Welcome to my channel where today we're doing a little bit of a refresh. However, instead of moving furniture around, I'm actually going to be painting a couple of pieces. And believe it or not, I won't be painting them white, pretty much because everything in our home is already white. I'm going to be doing the opposite, and I'm going back to a wood or stained look. And if you've been hanging out with me for a while, that might surprise a few of you, but lately I've just gotten that itch to warm things up a bit. And while I've worked with a gel stain before, I haven't worked with the product I'll be using today or the method. This is something that I found on another creator's page who I will mention or link down below. And so if it goes well, I have a feeling I'll be doing it to quite a few other pieces in our home. So let me turn the camera around and I'll show you the two pieces that I'll be working with today. Just to give you a little perspective in case you're new here, this is our family room. And here's the piece I'm going to be working on. I found this coffee table at Pottery Barn several years ago. Had a dark stain when we bought it, and it stayed that way a couple of years. I eventually painted the base of it white, and then I painted the whole thing white. So I'm excited to see what it's gonna look like stained again or a faux wood look. In fact, I did a little test using a gel stain that I used for our bedroom refresh a couple years ago. Unfortunately, I don't have enough to complete this project. That's why I'm trying something new. So here's the first piece. And here's the other piece here in our foyer. This console table is from World Market, another purchase from several years ago, and it too was stained, eventually painted over it. But I'm really looking forward to seeing how its new look will contrast against the white backdrop. So I'm going to be following a tutorial by Shannon from Black Sheep House, and these are the two products that she used. Bear Paint and Primer in Rugged Tan, and then Rust-Oleum Decorative Glaze in Java Brown. She also uses a variety of brushes to include a deck brush, a whisk broom, chip brushes, and she also used a dog brush. I don't have one of those on hand and I forgot to pick one up, so we're just gonna go with these and hope for the best. Slid the coffee table over to the floor. I should be doing this outside, but I'm just too lazy to do that. First thing I'm gonna do is just give it a quick wipe down with a 220 grit sand block. Now that I've sanded and wiped it down, I can add that coat of Rugged Tan. I will say if you're starting with a darker piece, you're going to want to do a coat of primer or white paint first, just so you have that as its base. Do y'all notice Ivy in the background and how she's getting closer and ready to pounce? I am shocked that she didn't. All right, I'm all done painting. And as you can see, I didn't do a very uniform job of it. There's still little places where you can see the white peeking through. And I did that deliberately just to add to the texture. You know, I know I'm about to cover this up with glaze. However, you'll still be able to see you know, this color and the white peeking through here and there. So I'm just hoping that it adds to the character. And while I wait for this to dry, I'll go ahead and paint the console table. I let the coffee table dry for quite a while. I'm ready to start adding the glaze, which I just stirred. As you can see, it is pretty dark. So the first step is painting the glaze on with your chip brush. Go in with this brush. We're just going to see what happens. Not sure if you can tell or not, but I am blotting excess glaze off by just tapping it on the paper plate. Next, I'm just going to go back and forth with the broom until I'm satisfied. And now at video warp speed, I'm just going to repeat the process all around the table. A few hours later, we have a sleeping Charlie and a finished coffee table. Took about 4 hours to dry. We actually moved it out to the garage, put some fans on it just to speed up the drying process a little bit. But I have to say I'm pretty pleased. I like the color variation. I really like what using the deck staining brush and the whisk broom did. See the lines that they created? Almost looks distressed. Now at this point you could go ahead and maybe let it cure a little bit more and add a coat of polyacrylic or urethane. I don't think I'm gonna do either. However, I probably should move the tray away for a little bit longer so it cures a bit more. I love the contrast with the sofa and how it warms up the space. And I'm curious to know what you think. I will say I went ahead and glazed the console table off camera, so let's go see what that looks like. Really quickly, here's the before and the after. And here's how the console table turned out. I have to say I'm pretty pleased with this one as well. I haven't put the handles back on yet just because I want it to cure a little bit longer. I like the contrast with the back white wall. So I'm curious which look you like better, the white or the wood finish. And is this a project you think you might try? If you feel like it, let me know what you think down below in the comment section. As always, I really appreciate you hanging out with me today. And I'd love it if you would consider giving this video a thumbs up or sharing it with a friend or even subscribing to my channel. I hope you guys have a great week and that you join me next week for another video.